Hey everybody, how are you? Good morning. It's Dr. Cruz, author of Maximize Your Superpowers. So I was watching something on YouTube, and it got me to thinking about the topic I want to talk about today. What is our job? What is our job? What is our job while we're here? Right? So what I have observed in my years of, hanging out on this thing called Earth, right? From foster care and abuse to military and training and leadership to becoming an author and a single mother and, a wife, and then, all these things, a therapist, all these things that we become, right? And maybe you've become a lot of things too. You've experienced a lot of things. But what is your job? What is your job as a human being, right? Who are you and what is your job? Don't you think we have a job while we're here, right? So the job that we think we have, which is whatever pays our bills, right, is not really the job we were maybe created for, right? So there's that kind of job, a job for existence. And those who are lucky enough, they go into a career field that speaks to their calling, that speaks to their spirit, that brings forth their spirit into a grander expression of itself. Right? Those are the lucky people, right? Those are the people who have insight and say, what is it here I'm supposed to fulfill? Which kind of brings me to my point. What is our job while we're here, right? And I think, for me, we have a couple of jobs. But really, if you had to narrow it down to like one thing, like what is my core existence as a human being? What is it that I'm supposed to do? What is my purpose? What is my job? What am I supposed to accomplish? Am I supposed to just talk on the phone all day long and then get up and get dressed and go out into the world and waste 8 hours doing whatever it is that I do at work? And then I come home and, we do whatever it is we do when we get home. Some of us, we watch TV, we do homework, we go to school, we raise kids. Is that really what we are here to do? And so I'm just really inspired. The older I get, the more inspired I become, which I find kind of ironic because a lot of people, the older they get, the more they kind of resign to life, the more tired they become, right? The more they're like, I want to take, a slower path. I want to relax. But that's not me. That's not me. The older I get, the more that I live, the more I understand what's really going on here. Who am I in this big picture, right? And I want you to think about that today. Who are you in the big picture of things? Who are you? And what is your job as a human being, right? And so my belief is that there is an expression of something that we're supposed to bring forth, an expression of either an idea, a movement, something to serve humanity, right? My job for me is to heal people. So my job is I work in conjunction with my spirit, which is my intuition, and I help heal people. I get in tune with what is really going on underneath. And I have a way where I've allowed myself to help other people kind of peel the onion of their own life. Because so many times we get preoccupied with what the surface level is, right? And we don't really look deep enough. And so because we don't look deep enough, we don't really know what is our job. What was I created for? People call it purpose. What are you supposed to be doing? Do you understand? Like, we're going to live and then we are going to die. And so many people get like caught. I was just having this conversation yesterday. We are human, so we're going to have human experiences, but we are a spirit. Right? There is an energy within us that wants to come out, that wants to express itself, that wants to accomplish something. But what happens is that in life, we are exposed to environments that oftentimes shrink us more than they expand us. So we can grow up and we can have no idea what it is we're supposed to do because we don't have people around us pulling us up and pulling us into greatness and pulling us into vision and wisdom and understanding and spirituality, because so many people are stuck here. And here is not where your answer is. Your answer is here. Your answer is here. This is why the other day I was telling you all about getting centered, right? Before you get out of bed, get centered, because you have a job to do while you're here on earth. And it's not to be on Instagram and social media, and it's not to, whatever it is we do all day. It's not that. Those are avenues and potentially vehicles and potentially, tools that we can use to advance our purpose and advance our job. But it's not what we're supposed to be doing at the core of our time. We only have a little bit of time. Life sometimes seems like it's life, right? I have a lot of it. But it's not true. Life is very finite, right? If you take away the hours from sleeping and eating and working, you're left with a small amount of time over the years. And in that small amount of time, you have a job to do. And it's your job to figure out what that bigger job is. Okay? So today I want to encourage you to look within yourself and figure out, what is it that I was born to do? And, it's an evolution. It's an evolution. So if you're younger and you're like, I don't know, I'm just kind of doing these things and expressing myself, that's good. Because through those things that you do and through those expressions, you're building something. You're creating something. So the most important thing to do is stay in motion, right? Seek wisdom from within and then stay in motion. The worst thing you can do is wake up every day and get intoxicated on something, because you're losing connection with yourself. You're altering your state of mind, and then you get preoccupied by things that are trying to fill your carnal desires. Like, I'm empty. I'm lonely. I want company. I want someone to approve of me. I want someone to like me. I want someone to call me. I want to feel important. We get distracted by those things. I want to feel better, right? So people go do stuff to feel better. When in reality, what it is they're looking for is their job. What is it I'm supposed to be doing here as a human being? Because once you figure that out, you won't be lonely, and you won't need people's approval, and you won't have voids of time that you need to somehow fill. You understand? Your job, whatever it is that you're here to do on earth, will fulfill every carnal desire that you have. It will elevate you into a space where the people that need to be in your life will show up. And that connection that you have with those people is a valuable connection. And the people that you have, the connection that you have with people when you're not connected with the divine purpose that you have in life, those people down here, those are just fillers. And the drugs and the alcohol and the activities that we do to occupy ourselves to get us that superficial sense of well-being, those are fillers. Those aren't your real core elements that are supposed to be felt, because you're not truly connected with your purpose and your job. Okay, so once you figure out what direction you're supposed to move in, that's where you get true fulfillment. That's where you get true kind of sense of love and fulfillment and excitement for life. You don't have to go out and seek stuff to be excited about and to be fulfilled with, because it happens naturally. It happens through osmosis. It happens because you're connected with your ultimate job. All right, so that's my word for you today. I'm Dr. Cruz, author of Maximize Your Superpowers. You must absolutely figure out what your superpowers are to maximize this thing called life. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.